The lights dimmed, the music swelled, and after an unforgettable season filled with talent, drama, and emotion, America's Got Talent crowned its newest champion. On Wednesday, September 24th, Season 20 came to a close in front of a roaring audience, and host Terry Crews delivered the news that fans had been waiting for. Jessica Sanchez had done it. She was officially the winner, walking away with the $1 million prize and the glory of being America's choice. But this wasn't just a victory. It was a moment that felt written for a movie because Jessica's story didn't begin this year. It began 2 decades ago. Back in 2006, a 10-year-old Jessica stepped onto the AGT stage for the very first time. Nervous, wide-eyed, and armed only with her voice, she gave it her all and pushed all the way to the semifinals. For many kids, that would have been the peak of their story. But for Jessica, it was only the beginning. Over the years, she faced the roller coaster of pursuing a career in music, countless struggles, small wins, heartbreaking lows, and moments where giving up would have been the easy option. But she didn't quit. She kept grinding, kept believing, and kept chasing the dream that started when she was barely old enough to understand what it truly meant. Now, fast forward 20 years. At 30 years old, standing on the same stage that once gave her a taste of what was possible, Jessica was not only competing again, she was 9 months pregnant. With her life on the verge of 2 major changes at once, she proved to the world that nothing could stop her. Her audition alone had the judges and audience stunned. Performing Benson Boone's Beautiful Things, Jessica left a lasting impression that immediately pushed her into the spotlight as a favorite to win. Her voice carried both power and vulnerability, a rare combination that made people feel her story in every note. And by the finale, the pressure was higher than ever. America was watching. The judges were on the edge of their seats, and Jessica delivered a performance that sealed her fate, a passionate rendition of Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars' Die With a Smile that left the auditorium shaking with applause. When Terry Crews announced her as the winner, the crowd erupted. Confetti rained down, and Jessica, with tears in her eyes and a baby on the way, claimed the victory that had been waiting for her since childhood. Speaking about her journey, Jessica opened up about just how difficult it had been. She described the past 20 years as being full of incredible highs, but also devastating lows, moments where it felt impossible to keep going. Yet through it all, she never stopped believing in herself. In her own words, "You just have to keep believing." That belief, tested time and time again, is what carried her to this historic moment. But let's not forget, Season 20 wasn't only about one person. The finale brought together 10 incredible acts, each of them giving their very best in hopes of capturing America's heart. Chicago's Leo High School Choir, led by their passionate teacher Ms. LaDonna Hill, brought energy to the stage week after week. Their performances weren't just songs, they were celebrations, filled with a spirit that lifted everyone in the room. Then came Matias Cienfuegos and Michaela Leitner, the aerial duo whose stunts seemed to defy gravity itself. Every time they performed, you could feel the tension in the audience. Would they pull it off? Could they possibly outdo themselves again? And somehow, they always did. Meanwhile, Spanglish pop sensation Micah Pallas became a breakout star of the season. With his World Cup-worthy anthem Rodeo, he earned a golden buzzer and instantly won over fans who had never even heard his name before the show began. For him, AGT wasn't just a competition, it was the launchpad to a career that now seems destined to explode. The judges, too, recognized just how special this season was. Simon Cowell admitted he was glad the final decision wasn't his, because every act had raised the bar higher and higher. Sofia Vergara praised the performers for making the 20th anniversary of AGT feel like a true celebration, while Mel B and Howie Mandel agreed that this was one of the strongest seasons the show had ever seen. But as Howie reminded fans, AGT isn't just about the winner. Many contestants go on to build massive careers long after the cameras stop rolling. He pointed out that if you walk down the main strip in Las Vegas, many of the biggest shows are headlined by AGT alumni, sometimes not even the winners, but the fan favorites who used the show as a springboard. That's the beauty of AGT. It doesn't just crown a champion. It opens doors for countless performers to live out their dreams. Still, there was something about Jessica's story that made this win feel different. To see a little girl return as a grown woman, to watch her battle through 20 years of ups and downs, and to finally witness her standing victorious, it was more than just a reality TV win. It was a story of resilience, of never letting go of a dream, and of proving to the world that timing may not always be on your side, but persistence can change everything. Season 20 of America's Got Talent will be remembered not just for the confetti or the performances, but for the reminder that the journey matters just as much as the destination. And while Jessica Sanchez holds the title of champion, every act that stepped on that stage became part of a legacy that continues to inspire year after year. Her victory is a symbol of what it means to chase a dream relentlessly, no matter how long it takes, no matter how many setbacks come your way. And for millions watching at home, Jessica's story is proof that some sometimes the path isn't straight, sometimes the journey takes decades, but if you keep going, your moment will come. Because after all these years, Jessica Sanchez didn't just win America's Got Talent. She proved that dreams deferred are not dreams denied.